Yo, people, welcome back to my channel, man. This is a big one with me and Matisse here today. Normally, I give my guests the opportunity to introduce themselves, but you don't know Matisse. You know the king of the Virgin Army. He's a virgin himself, but he will tell you otherwise. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I never get a good introduction on here. I remember when I was on there with Dammy as well. We both got slated. I think even Anita and Sam, every time they come, they get slated as well. We never
Yeah.
get a nice intro, but yeah, man, it's good. It's good to be on, bro. You good?
Yeah, man. You got to start as you mean to go on, really and truly. You guys are the ops. You're the ops. So listen, it is what it is, man. You don't know what it is when it comes to Spurs and Chelsea. Apologies those who are watching and viewing. Apologies. You might hear a slight sort of twang in my what's the word I'm looking for? The way I speak. And the reason behind that is I went to the dentist today. I had some work done, and as a result, parts of my mouth are still numb. So when I'm speaking like this, unfortunately, I can't change it. So you're just gonna have to put up with it. But thank you all for tuning in. Early doors as well. Please help smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed to the channel already. I'm on the road to 10k. I'm like 700 away from 10k. So listen, I'm small fry compared to this to the Virgin King. Listen, us small boys gotta eat too, innit? So if you lot can do me the solid of smashing a like on the video right now, literally takes 5 seconds. Smash a like on the video, and then also subscribe to Matisse's channel and subscribe to my channel as well. Now, with that being said, Matisse, this is a big one, man. Like, and I've been saying this all week. Yeah, like I hate when Chelsea fans try to belittle Spurs fans for talking up this match, because Chelsea fans care. They care just as much, if not more, about this game.
They do.
Spurs fans.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
We sing your name. Well, I don't know if we've stopped now, but we were singing your club's
We ain't
name.
stopped.
Yeah, this is what frustrates me the most, man. This whole singing Tottenham at the start of the match when our players walk out, it's obsessive. It's ridiculous. So you're right. We do care about this game. This game's big. Who's trying to downplay this game? Who out there?
No. It's not about downplaying. I'm saying like Chelsea fans in general.
They try to act all high and mighty.
It feels like, oh, Spurs fans care more about this than Chelsea fans, just because you lot have got the superior record at your ground.
No, I think no, I don't get that, because we know if we lose this game, we're going to be in uproar. Like, so it means something clearly, because I know that Chelsea cannot afford to lose at home to Tottenham. I've known that since I started supporting. I know that causes upheaval in the fan base. It's just not something that we tolerate. It doesn't matter if we're in the worst of times or we're in the best of times or whatever. That game where Dele Alli scored those couple goals and you beat us. I
remember that.
It was just toxic for the week, or whenever the next fixture was getting played, it was toxic up until that point. It doesn't matter what the circumstances, it's never acceptable to lose at home to Tottenham. It will never run. So if it happens on Sunday, I dread to see what the fan base will be looking like online and whatnot. And I know in the stadium they'll be pissed as well. So no, there's no downplaying this. We as usual, we have to win. But if we don't win, we need to at least take a point. I've been saying it on my own platforms that we're not playing you at the best of times. You guys are ready and we are not really ready in terms of performance, fitness even. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So we're playing you a bit earlier than we would want to. So for me, it's kind of like get the game out of the way and move on. It's very early on in the season. So it's not like anything's going to be won and lost right now.
Yeah, I did think this as well. I felt like it's like there's no major stakes right now. Like it's way too early in the season. But I also feel like this game is massive because of what it could represent for both sides, right? Obviously,
so,
Spurs...
Time to lay down a marker, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So Spurs, we've done our business in the summer. We're still doing our business now. There might still be more business before the window closes. We're being talked up for all sorts. And obviously, Conte, first full season, pre-season under his belt as well. And then when we smashed 4 goals past a not so great Southampton team, fair enough, but smashing 4 goals and winning the way we won, and it's like Spurs are basically heading into this game on a high, and we're almost sort of looking forward to this game. Like I've spoken to so many Spurs fans who are they're looking forward to this game. I'm not used to looking forward to Chelsea, and I'm still not looking forward to this game. But some Spurs fans are looking forward to this game, and they can give valid reasons as to why. But I feel like on the flip side, when you look at Chelsea, pre-season's pre-season, so we don't really take that into consideration. But there are certain things that have happened with Chelsea in pre-season. You look off the pace, and then I feel like your squad, beyond the fitness aspect, your squad is still imbalanced or unbalanced. Sorry, there's an imbalance in your squad. Sorry, and those issues have not been rectified, and they've sort of carried on through to the season. And you saw that unfold at Goodison Park the other week. I mean, you won 1-0, but let's be real. I don't think you deserved to win that game, and it was just a nothing match, really. And Everton were good value for a point, if not for a dumb arse mistake from Decore. So Thomas Tuchel, he's got a lot to answer for this season. But I also feel like Antonio Conte, there's a lot of expectation on what Spurs need to do this season. Just on Chelsea first. I was watching Sky Sports today, and they said that you guys are the highest spenders in the league this summer. Like, I didn't realize that at the time. And they said that you spent £176 million this summer. I think we're the third highest spenders with 115, according to Sky Sports. So let's not take their stats to gospel, because I feel like sometimes they don't really get the accurate figures. But
I think they're around about spot on with that figure.
I want to get your opinion on this, because it's like, I'm like, Chelsea have actually spent dough.
Yeah,
like, I know you spent the money on Cucurella. I know you spent the money on Sterling, Koulibaly, etc. But when you put it all together,
but then we've signed some young players as well. That's why.
Obviously,
Carney,
Carney, and the American
goalkeeper.
But
so some young players.
I'm like, Chelsea have actually spent a lot of dough, and I still don't think they've addressed a lot of the things that
not everything. We've addressed some things. Yeah, I mean, we've addressed Rudiger. We've addressed the lack of depth at left wing back with Chilwell being out for a long time. That's been addressed now. The forward has been addressed, but more forwards need to come in. The midfield hasn't been addressed. So I think it's just the sheer amount of things that need to be addressed. Not that we haven't been addressing, because obviously every signing has definitely been like a serious point that we need to sort out. Every single signing has been serious in terms of those three major ones. They go straight into the 11. They improve the team. They're all quality players, but it's just a sheer amount of things that we need to sort out. And I was saying it like the last season on the Big Six, us and Man United have just as round about the same size of overhaul to do. I think obviously people will rate a lot more of the players maybe in our side in terms of like the midfield, Kante, Jorginho's, they're more Stapletons in football, whereas like McTominay, Fred aren't. But we still need to actually rectify these areas, because they're aging and they're showing signs of frailty. So we have so much to do. And I don't think it's actually possible to really even get it done in one summer. But
I agree. To
try and get as much done as possible would be great. And then it's on Thomas Tuchel with what he's brought in and what he's left with to bring a better style of play into the team and to make it more just more enjoyable to watch. I think sometimes Chelsea do play good football, but it's not often enough, and it's too hit and miss, and more time is missed recently. So especially at the back end of last season, but now, ownership's settled. There's no more of that, situation above us. It's a fresh season now. I'm expected to see some new life in this team.
Yeah, no, I hear you. To be honest, I didn't expect you lot to do it all in one window, but there were certain things that absolutely had to be done in this window. The centre back was one, at least one wing back was one, and at least one attacker was, at least in my opinion, two attackers was one. I felt a midfielder would have been a bonus. I felt like you need a midfielder, but I wasn't expecting not to go out and sign that fourth piece in the midfield. But the reason why I mentioned it is not because it's like Chelsea aren't doing anything. It's more to the fact that you lot have spent so much, and it feels like there's still quite a lot to do. That's what I'm saying. You spent 176 million, and there's still the right centre back that needs to be signed. There's still potentially it depends on the appetite there if he wants to sign one. But Aspilicueta signed a new deal, so I doubt he's going to be looking for.
Yeah, I think he'll leave the right wing back. Yeah, but maybe Loftus-Cheek will even play some of them games there.
Yeah, so at the very least, we know that another attacker has to come in. If you're going to loan out Callum Hudson-Odoi and you sold Timo Werner, and then I'm hearing that you've made the likes of Ziyech and Pulisic available for transfer.
Yeah,
it suggests that another attacker is going to come in. So I'm like, wow, they spent 176 million and they still need to get another centre back. They still need to get another forward. So I guess it's not a bad thing, right? If you've got the money, because it shows that you're signing top caliber targets, which is obviously gonna cost a big amount of money, but it's more. But then you also ask yourself, Chelsea are most likely gonna eclipse £200 million, and you're like, when you look at that figure on paper, let's say by the end of it you spent 230. You look at that figure on paper, then you ask yourself, all this money just to be in a race for third and fourth. We spoke about this on the Big Six. Like I agree with your point of view. I'm just saying from optics, it's like
it sounds mad.
230 million spent. Like surely there's got to be more.
I think it just
for third and fourth.
I think it just goes to show not only how far ahead City and Liverpool are, and obviously the additions they've made that only set us all further behind if we don't match them or eclipse them, but also just how much money's been wasted from our standpoint as well with that Frank Lampard window. None of them have worked out apart from Silva and Chilwell and Mendy, but that's the defensive part. All the attacking signings at this point have not been good enough and have not delivered. Kai's the only one out of that you're still hoping that sort of. I'm not going to say Shy. I'm not going to say Shy. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to disrespect my boy. Yeah, listen, I'm still hoping for some sort of redemption arc. I need a similar redemption arc from him that I had in the foot golf. Do you know what I'm saying? Similar disrespect I had from you at the start of that series. Now same disrespect for Kai, which is fine because he hasn't earned your respect. He hasn't earned your. Like, from a rival standpoint, Kai has not done anything in this country as of yet to earn anybody's, like, respect from a rival standpoint. It's really just Chelsea fans, and myself included, investing, the chips down, putting the chips down in the hope that, the stocks will rise and that he will show everybody what we believe he's capable of. But at the moment, there's no reason for anybody outside of Chelsea who doesn't give a shit to really give Kai any sort of respect or anything like that. So, that's the one player where I need Tuchel to get something out of him because I need him. I need him to fulfill his potential. That's not. We've already lost out on Lukaku. That's fine. I don't really care on that. Werner is what it is. That was a Lampard buy. But Kai, I know he didn't sign him, but you just have to try and find something out of Kai because this is a player that was meant to be one of the next big things out of Germany, linked with Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, all these things. And yet we're still not seeing this level yet from him. So I need something from Kai, man. But there's a lot to do. There's a lot.
We'll talk on the likes of Kai and co in a couple minutes later anyway. But before we continue, listen, people, for those who have joined in fresh, I'll reiterate as well. Thank you for hopping on this stream. Thanks for joining us as well. Can you do me a favor, please? It takes like 3-4 seconds. Smash the like button on this video. After you smash the like button on this video, please subscribe to my channel as well, and make sure you subscribe to Matisse's channel also. It literally quick thing, and it does me and Matisse the world of good. Now, on the fixture itself, like as I said, so many Spurs fans are like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to this game." I'm not looking forward to it. I never look forward to Stamford Bridge because I feel like I've been there enough times to know that like this is not a game that you can take for granted. And I put out a tweet on Sunday. I was saying, don't underestimate this team. Yeah. And when I say I'm not looking forward to it, I don't mean as in like I'm dreading the match. I'm interested to see how the match pans out because I'm interested to see how we perform against a fellow like top 3, top 4 competitor at a ground that we've just been terrible in. But would I say I'm excited? I don't think so, because it's like when you look at our record, man, it's like one win there in the last like 20 something years. Every single time I feel like there's optimism. The amount of times I've lost count where I'm like, oh fuck, Chelsea are wobbly.
Why do you do this to yourself though? You go to these grounds where you got poor record. You go up to City last year, get your ass whooped. What was the point?
I
of
went
that
up to
travel?
City and we won. Now what? I went up to City and we won. Now what? So, listen, and I was meant to go Anfield as well. I can't remember that. I had plans. It was
You were.
Ticket. But either way, this is one of them games where it's like, fuck. I would actually be happy with a point. I'll bite your hand off for a point. But I feel like because of the moment that you're in right now,
you can
there's
do
a bit
more.
of your squad's not your squad's still strong on paper. On paper, it's still stronger than Spurs.
But it's not closed off. It's still moving pieces.
They're still moving pieces. They're still moving pieces, and I feel like you're still finding your rhythm. Whereas I feel like we're very much sort of set in our way of play with the players that he's using right now. Obviously, we still need to integrate the new players, but we look set in the way we want to play. So a lot think we're catching you at a good time, and a lot think that you're catching us at a bad time. But in all honesty, I feel like I feel like it's one of them ones where like it's not going to go the way people expect it to go.
Really?
I personally think it's going to end a draw. But
I think
a lot of your fans are telling me that that they think it's going to lose, or they think you're going to lose.
What, Tottenham fans or our fans?
Big up Jacko as well. He says, "Come on, Toes, we need to have confidence this time." Listen, Jacko. Big up Jacko.
Toby doesn't want to bring his chest out. Maybe on the big six we'll get him to.
No. You know what it is? I have confidence in Conte. I have confidence in the team. I feel like we can go there and at the very least not lose. But I just can't. I've just been too scarred in the past. Seeing is believing sometimes with Spurs. Let me see it. Do you get it?
I must say, if you do win this game, though, it would be a massive statement of intent for that third spot already. It's just a clear sign that you're more serious than everybody else. Because I wouldn't, and despite our shocking record against Arsenal, I still would fancy us against them. I still fancy us against Man United. But if you guys were to come to our stadium and beat us, that would be a proper message. And I know Conte is going to milk the shit out of it as well in front of our fans, and he's going to do all of his fist pumping and all this kicking bottles shit. Your players are shithousery merchants as well. So I know they're going to kick off. Basuma's played really well for Brighton when we drew with them at home as well last season. I remember he ran the midfield. That's my biggest worry, is the fact that on the opening day, the opening game week, you guys won emphatically, and you didn't play Perisic, you didn't play Basuma, you didn't play Spence. And this is what I've been trying to hammer home on All You Can Eat Chelsea when I put that out, is that Tottenham have not even gone with their strongest team yet. And we don't even know our strongest team. But if Basuma plays, I'm like, it's gonna be a tough day, because that midfield battle, if it's Bentancur and Basuma, it's long. Who did you play Southampton? Was it Højbjerg in there?
Højbjerg, yeah, he'll start against Chelsea. And to be honest,
do you think he will?
I'm calm. Yeah, I think he'll start. I think Conte will keep it like an unchanged team, and I feel like it's fair. I wouldn't complain. We'll talk on teams later on anyway. But let's talk managers, man. Let's talk managers. Tommy Tuchel, Antonio Conte, yeah, both are in the top 3 for spending in this window so far. Both managers look like they'll get at least one more player in. Yeah, like, who do you feel is under more pressure to deliver relative to the expectations this season?
I think because your manager's going into his last year of his contract, I don't know if he's under pressure, because we know the dynamic, right? Conte is or has taken a step down in a way coming to Tottenham, and Tottenham are the ones proving themselves to Conte. So it's a weird dynamic. Conte has nothing to prove to Tottenham. He's a title winner in multiple countries. He's the guy. So it's almost like Tottenham players and Tottenham as a club are under pressure to win to keep Conte, because I don't know whether he extends if you don't win anything this season, or if he extends if you don't have a good season. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know the dynamic. The dynamic is a bit backwards. Whereas Tuchel, it's a new owner. I know the ownership's target is you need to make top 4. I know that, because that's what they said. And they've been very transparent. So I don't think Tuchel's under massive pressure from within the club to deliver a trophy or to deliver certain expectations out of out of reach. Like top 4 is not within out of reach. That is expected anyway. Everybody expects top 4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people in the comments are saying Tuchel. You guys will probably put pressure on Tuchel. The fan base at Chelsea will probably put pressure on Tuchel. I will probably put pressure on Tuchel. But I don't think the board are putting a lot of pressure on Tuchel because it's their first year. They've only just come into the sport. They know the fan base love him. They know that he's stuck with the club throughout the pandemic, throughout the throughout the difficult situation with the club in terms of the hierarchy. They saw the way he managed the Lukaku situation. Obviously, he has the Champions League in the bank, which is a while ago now. But the way he's handled himself in the toughest moment in the club's history since 2003, he's got a lot of credit in the bank with the owners with that. So
yeah,
and the fan base at the stadium, they love him. So I don't think he's gonna be under mad pressure. Like he probably with this board can get away with a top 4 finish and hopefully a domestic cup. But even if he doesn't get the domestic cup, I don't see them sacking him this season. I just don't see that happening. They're not. This is not Roman. If it was Roman, I would say he's under immense pressure because Roman is he'll pull the trigger. Do you know what I mean? He has no problem doing that. He doesn't give a shit. He's pulled the trigger on Frank Lampard. He doesn't care. Yeah. I think this new ownership, because it's their first year, they're only just getting their feet wet and they need to kind of distinguish what the mood is. The fans, they don't want to pull up any trees. They need to be very careful with what they do. They don't have that credit Roman has, so I don't expect them to sack a Champions League winning manager this season, to be honest, unless something goes really, really wrong.
I think I do agree with your assessment. I don't actually know much on Bowley. I feel like Thomas Tuchel is going to get a clean sheet with Bowley, but I just think outward perception is that there needs to be something from Chelsea this season, and I think it's going to be the same with Conte from rival fans. Anyway, I feel like Thomas Tuchel and Antonio Conte will really need to have like disastrous seasons where they're way off of their targets for them to get the chop. But I do also want people to acknowledge that with the money that's being pumped in and the backing that these guys are getting, there is an expectation for them to deliver something. So I feel like with Antonio Conte, he's been given all these targets. Now it's like, well, I say give the majority of his targets, and we're moving on the players that we need to move out. So we're trying to build this squad in his image and giving him the best possible platform to do his thing. So,
but you wouldn't sack him either. It's weird, isn't
it? The thing is, I do like Conte. Put it this way, Conte, I don't think he's under pressure in terms of being sacked. But I only say that because I expect Conte to have a really good campaign. Yeah, I think Antonio Conte would be under threat for a potential sacking if it went disastrously
really bad. That's what I'm saying with Tuchel. I don't think I think these managers are quite secure. Do you know what I mean? I think they're quite secure because they're rated so highly within their respective clubs. If Conte finishes 4th again, and say you get to a cup final or whatever, maybe you don't win anything, I don't think he'll get sacked. I just can't see it. I think it would be stupid to sack him because who are you going to? You're only going downhill from there.
But then again, as I said, it depends on the manner. It depends on the manner, right? So, like, it's why Arteta got given the grace. Look at Arteta at Arsenal. Like, you would say, oh yeah, they didn't get top 4. Some would say top 4 wasn't a target, etc., etc. But he missed that by a point. Integrated some young players into the team, etc., etc. For all the criticism that we give him sometimes, like stylistically, he's ticking off some of the boxes that they wanted to see in the team. So it depends on the manner. Me personally, I think there's not much sort of club pressure on Antonio Conte and
media Tuchel. Again, outside pressure.
Yeah, but it's not like they're untouchable. Like if it goes pear-shaped, then anything can happen.
If Arsenal leapfrog us or some shit, then it's a madness.
Yeah, it can go south real quick. My next question: who's better?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Because I know my answer. I know my answer. My answer is obvious.
Yeah, of course.
I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I know what you're going to ask me.
I want you to say it as the king of the Virgin Army. Who is the better manager? Why
in
you
the league? Why in the league? Conte in Europe, Tuchel.
Who is the better manager? Why?
It depends what continent we're in. If we're talking about domestically,
You were saying France?
Conte's domestics. If you're talking about European, then Tuchel. And that's actually fair because Conte's European record is actually trash. So it's not even like I'm trying to sit on the fence. Like I'm actually being dead honest. His European record is actually up on his. It's actually up for discussion. His European record is actually up for discussion.
Yeah, that's fair. It is. It's not good. It's not good. It's
bad.
It's the black mark. It's the black mark on his career. Just wanted to pause here. This KG guy, KG. I swear to God, he keeps talking up Spurs for a second, and I keep telling him,
he's smart, you know. Yeah, I know what he's doing. I might join in. You got to really talk him up.
Stop talking us. Listen, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let him talk us up for a second. I'm talking up Leeds for top 10. If Leeds don't get top 10 this season, with the money they spent, I'm hearing they're in for Ismail Assar as well. They're damn near about to spend as much as we have this summer. So
they spent a lot.
I better see Leeds and Jesse Marsh in the top 10.
No. After they lost Phillips and Rafinha, it's not going to happen. I think for Leeds.
No. It doesn't matter. What the fuck? Mods, please do your thing. Do your thing, Mods. What the hell? These weirdos just come in and think they can just ruin the chat, man. Proper bozos.
Yeah.
Absolute bozos. Okay.
Never ends. I haven't missed it. I haven't done lives in YouTube in like over a year now, so it's beautiful not seeing this shit. Well, not over a year, but yeah.
Do you not get this on Twitch?
No, you don't get this on Twitch. It's beautiful. You never get this shit on Twitch. Yeah, it's mad.
Wonderful. I wish. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll start up a Twitch stream. I've been told to do it, man. I've been told to do it. But anyway, I think you know my answer for this one, man. It has to be Conte. Of course. It has to be Conte. Like Conte talks the talk and he walks the walk. Yeah. I think when you look at what he's done in this league with you, 90, what was it? 92, 93 points? I can't remember.
I don't even know. But yeah, it was mad.
Mental. And then when you look at last season as well, it took him two signings in January, and he got us top 4.
Yeah.
With a team that I didn't believe we were getting top 4 up until about maybe like towards the end of March. That's when I actually thought, okay, fuck, like this guy's actually gonna get us top 4.
Yeah. No, he's done well with us. I think obviously when we won the league, no one ever states it, but we didn't have Europe, so we had one game a week, which was really, really helpful tactically for him because he didn't have to juggle multiple competitions. And it's why I always say when you ain't got Europe, you better take advantage. Like seriously, move up that table because you ain't gonna get an opportunity like that again to take advantage and capitalize. But yeah, he was quality for us. It's just the way sometimes he deals with things. He's very like emotional and like obviously. The way he left us was just.
I love that though. You know me, I'm an emotional guy. I love that. Yeah. Who are passionate.
Yeah, it remains to be seen whether he can do something long term or whether he'll clash with a board just at some point. So I'm interested to see. That's the only thing left on his resume is can he stick it out at a club for a long period of time, oversee multiple squads. I don't know, maybe Juve, if he oversaw multiple squads, was he there 3 years or something? I'm not sure. Yeah, he gave it over to Allegri or something, but
I think he can, man. I think he can.
Probably, yeah.
The way he reshaped the Inter squad, the way he's reshaping our squad now, man. This guy is top, man. And I think that people can see why I went as mad as I did when we signed him. I celebrated. I popped a bottle on the stream. Like, no joke. He's the best manager that Spurs have had in my lifetime.
Oh, clear. It's not even close.
Like he's the best manager we've had, and obviously in terms of legacy, it's Jose Mourinho. But I'm talking about in terms of like relative to the level,
current ability,
ability. He's the best.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the best. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I'm picking him over Tommy Tuchel. Now. In your opinion, I know you already said that this is a game that Chelsea have to win, but are you confident this weekend? And when you answer this, I want you to sort of factor in the fact that you obviously had this impressive record against us at your ground, and even last season as well. Last season we lost like 4 times in the space of like a month,
3 weeks or something. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, and to be honest, we wasn't going into the game's great shape there. Lukaku was arse in some of those games. Am I confident? No, if I'm completely honest to you, I'm not. I know people will keep saying our record, but records are there to be broken at the end of the day. I remember when you beat us at Stamford Bridge with Ali, with getting the two-headed goals, and everybody again would have said our record, but it didn't pan out that way. I think we drew at home to you under Frank. We missed a catalogue of chances. I think we limited Son and Kane to no shots on target, but we didn't win because Giroud was brought on too late. Tammy missed some sitters. I can't remember what happened last season in our head-to-head. Did we beat?
We lost 2-0.
Oh, yeah. So last
scored
season
that
was quite
ridiculous
strong.
goal.
Yeah.
Scored that ridiculous goal, bro.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Thiago Silva who scored the header to ice the game, man.
Yeah. Like, if I was confident, you know what I'm like? I'd be cocky. I'd come in here mad cocky. I'd start cussing out Tottenham a little bit. But I can't do that because I know what it is right now. And it's a thing where I've seen us play our first game. I've seen us all preseason. I've seen the lack of fluidity, continuity, whatever you want to say, and just ability.
Why is there a lack of fluidity though? Because Kai Havertz is playing.
He hasn't been fluid. He hasn't been fluid. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's lost out there. He's like a ghost right now. I don't know. Defensively, I like what I see, but that's the same of old. I don't like what I'm seeing in the final third right now. So I can't go into this too confident. I do think it's got a draw written all over it, but that does mean as well that anything can happen. Because Tottenham's forward line, all that has to happen is they have to have a mad day, and there really is no coming back from it because our forward line just can't talk to them. And I don't think this is a situation where we can afford to go a goal down. Same feeling as last season. When Chelsea go a goal down, my confidence drops because I don't know how we're getting back into a game when we go 1-0 down. So knowing that, it puts so much nerves and pressure on the game because we just cannot afford to go a goal down. If we go a goal up, it's a different game. We know that we can defend and then we can play the game out from there. If we go a goal down, we have to start chasing it, and you guys can start hitting us on the break. It's not looking good, bruv.
Not looking good, bruv.
You know what? It's not.
It's the record that worries me, man. But honestly, when you look at Conte, the performances we had against the best sides in the league, excluding Chelsea last year, it was really good, man. The draw at home to Liverpool, the draw away to Liverpool, we should have won that game. Beating Man City as well away.
Did you not do the double over them?
Of Man City, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The first one we won without Conte, and then even when we played Man United, like we actually played really well that game, but it was just Ronaldo.
We should have won.
Ronaldo. So I'm looking at this guy, and I'm looking at a manager who I know can get these guys ready and capable to go to Stamford Bridge and win. But it's up to the players whether they are able to implement the manager's ideas onto the game the same way they did at Anfield, the same way they did at the Etihad. If we can do that, then we're not losing on Sunday. I'll say that with chest. We're not losing on Sunday. But that's what lets us down, isn't it? When we go to Stamford Bridge, we just, I don't know what it is, a mentality thing as well. But even beyond the mentality thing, I think our squad is in a much better place in comparison to when we last played you. Like when we played you in that period, we lost Son to injury in the first leg of the League Cup. I think he went off. He didn't play in the second leg, didn't play in the league game. When you look at our team as well that played in the league game, we had no Romero. We were playing Ryan Sessegnon and flipping Matt Doherty is like left.
Matt Doherty, fucking hell. That was beautiful, by the way, to watch him at left wing back. That's the thing. That's not going to happen again. People forget to take into account what you, man, were actually doing.
There was no Kulusevski. There was no Bentancur. So coming into this game now, we have a team that's quite sort of settled. Romero's there. The big hitters are there. Romero's there. The front three's available. Bentancur's there. Højbjerg is now playing better in comparison to what he was playing last year. Even the wing backs, Chicken Royale and Cess, they've started off the season well. So I feel like we're coming into this game with a little bit of confidence on our side. Not just because we want to win. It's because we've got like form. Like players have actually built up some good form. It's like we've sort of picked up where we left off from last season. So I feel like we're coming into this game a much better side in comparison to the team that played and lost to you in that short space of time in January. What's your What's your thoughts on that?
No, you're a much better team. Much better team. Doherty at left wing back was an eyesore. It was horrendous. He wasn't opening up. He wasn't stretching the pitch. He was always looking to cut inside. He looked very unorthodox. It just looked weird. It didn't look right. It looked unorthodox. Now you take into account, I don't know if Perisic is going to play, but Sessegnon had a great game there last weekend. You've got Emerson Royale. I don't know if Spencer's going to play, but I think he got an assist, one of the goals. But that is the side I target. Like, if there's one weakness in your 11 right now, even Ben Davies, I'm still not sure about.
He's been really good for Spurs.
Yeah, but he's been all right. I think I would target Emerson Royale. I'd really go for him.
Everyone does.
Just go for him completely, because he's the one player on your team where I don't rate him, and I don't think that he can handle this game if we really put our mind to it and go for it. But we need to keep Kulusevski quiet. The one thing that I am happy about is that we do have now Cucurella. So he was brilliant against Everton. Quality. And I think that's going to be a great battle down that side, and you got to watch him, because I think Cucurella might have to help Royale a little bit, because if we have, I don't know if we're going to play Chilwell and Cucurella, but if we do,
Kulusevski's going to have to help Royale.
Yeah, he's going to have to help him out a bit, because I think he will. Yeah, you think he will tactically? Will come back and help him out.
No, we always do that when we gone up against Liverpool. Romero will help him out, and Kulusevski will help him out as well. Kulusevski's even at times he can tuck in and make us way more compact as well. So, listen, I think it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be a draw, but I really hope we can win, and I feel like we've got enough about us to go there and win. But I think I've also felt that we've had enough about us to have won in previous years. Do you get it? So it's just. It's annoying, man. I just want the day to actually happen and see what team puts out, etc., etc. But you spoke about like key like battles, etc., etc. Like let's talk about the midfield battle, because I'm looking at the team now. I looked at the team you lot played last week. You went with Kante and Jorginho in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that Kovacic is going to come back into this team, because I think
same.
He's fit.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting he's going to play Kovacic and Kante for this game.
A little bit of a back and forth.
Yeah, what's your take on that pairing as well? And talk to me about Frankie de Jong as well, because it's like, obviously rumors are saying that you lot are close to agreeing a fee for Frankie. Do you think Frankie is the answer to your midfield problems?
I think he helps us, but I don't think he's going to solve everything. I think we'd start with the midfield partnership of Kova and Kante. I don't like it most of the time, because it leaves gaps in between midfield and defense. Neither of them are sitters. Neither of them are as defensively aware positionally as I'd want them to be. Like, Kante is a chaser. He's best when he's chasing the ball, when he's able to close spaces down, go and take the ball off players, get around the pitch. It's like putting a battery and locking it up. Do you know what I mean? And not allowing it to kind of float around and do what it does. He's a box to box kind of guy. Yeah. Kova's similar in a different type of way. He's not a sitter either. He wants to be, a bit box to box. He wants to close down the space. So then you leave gaps in behind. Now, the only reason why this works against big teams is because it tends to be a bit more of a back and forth. And we don't dominate possession like against Liverpool in the cup finals. We had a bit of the ball, they had a bit of the ball, but there were so many chances conceded for both teams, and it only finished 0-0 because the finishing was dreadful. So because Basuma could play, and it will be high paced and a lot of energy in there, I think those two suit it the most, because obviously Jorginho's not the quickest. But you never know if Jorginho, if the game is out of hands, it's out of our hand in a way, and we need someone to come on and control the game a little bit and slow it down and get us a breather, then he could be good to come off the bench. But I do think he'll go with Kova and Kante, because he's done it in big games before. But like I said, we do concede chances sometimes when that happens. So I'm not completely confident in conceding a lot of chances to a clinical front three that you have. But we have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
In terms of Frankie, I think on the ball, obviously he's brilliant. Build-up play, fantastic. Good passer, good dribbler, similar to Kova in that respect.
Yeah.
Defensively, I don't think we have the perfect player to partner him with. Like, I always see Frankie the perfect partner for De Jong is like a Rodri or someone like that. If you used to play a pivot of De Jong and Rodri, you're laughing. Fabinho at his best. Even at Fabinho, Casemiro, one of those guys at their best.
I agree.
They're all different DMs. Yeah, different DMs to Jorginho. Jorginho is not really... he does get tackles and interceptions, but it's close quarters. It's not over, great large distances. If there's transitions happening, we're fucked. So I think De Jong next to Jorginho is risky. Great for build-up play, Same with Cover, great for build-up play. But I wouldn't want De Jong as my sitter off the ball. I don't mind him picking up the ball in terms of build-up play, but off the ball, I want someone deeper than him defensively to really, really be the ball winner and win things back. So I don't think it's perfect. I don't know who his best partner would be, because I don't think any of the partnerships are perfect, even with him in it as well. I think it's still a lot of rotation going on there, but
yeah,
at least it's another good passer in the team, because that's one thing we do lack is chance creation centrally. So if he can play that final ball, if he does dribble forward like he does sometimes and scored some goals for Barcelona as well, then you might be onto something. But yeah, it's a tough one.
I think with that the young piece as well, like I feel like Frankie would no doubt be a very good addition to your squad, but like when I look at that Frankie signing, like I'm not even trying to hate, but I don't think that signing elevates Chelsea to a position where they can be looking at Man City and Liverpool. I feel like Frankie would be, he'd be he's a really good player. Like he's clearly a technician, but I'm just like, is that the midfielder that absolutely raises the level at Chelsea? I don't think I don't think he is personally. And then stylistically as well, even if he does want to sit, like, is he that good at sitting? Like when you look at his skill set, when I look at his skill set, I feel like Frankie De Jong is someone who is an excellent ball carrier and dribbler.
Exactly. You'd be limiting him if you asked him to then sit.
Yeah, he's an amazing athlete. And he literally almost glides through the pitch. Through the pitch, and he's someone who can actually get involved occasionally with the attack. And then in my head, I'm just thinking, like, if you put him in the 6, you're just limiting the impact he's going to have in the games. And when I look at him in the 6, I feel like he can he can help with the pass and moving game. Like he can help with the game ticking. But when it comes to a range of pass, like long pass, 30, 40 yards, defense splitters, etc., I've not seen that player. I've not seen that player enough for me to then say that he's going to come to Chelsea and he's going to thrive as a 6.
And we've already got quite a few ball carriers, Loftus-Cheek, Kova, even Kante. So, yeah, some people say, Tuchel, he doesn't want to play with that type of DM, and that's fine. In Italy, they have a certain type of regista, deep line playmaker, Pirlo's, Jorginho's, even though they're worlds apart ability-wise, you could say, this. But in the Premier League, I'm just explaining what I'm used to and what I'm seeing successful. And in the Premier League, there's always been in every team that type of midfielder. And it's not that they're not good on the ball. Rodri is class on the ball, but he also is able to do what you need him to do in the Premier League off the ball. Now, if somebody can come in this Premier League and win it without that player, then cool. But it hasn't happened yet. Chelsea have not won the Premier League with Jorginho. And I'm not saying that these players are, obsolete and they're useless, but I'm saying you need that option there. And Chelsea don't have that option in the squad. You don't even need them to be a constant starter. But say you're coming into the last 15 minutes of a game, you're 1-0 up, and you need that player to come on and shut things up, like Jose Mourinho used to bring on Mikel. You have the option there. Chelsea don't have that option. So we'll have to see. But like I said, with De Jong, I struggle to see who's the best partner for him.
You have to play him next to someone. And it was the same thing I said when Man United were linked with him.
I think Ten Hag said that as well.
I think he would completely be, he would be a game changer for Man United in their midfield when you look at the midfielders they have, because they're mudded. Like, but I feel like you get the best out of Frankie De Jong, like you said, when you have him playing next to someone. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, it will obviously make you stronger, and I think with the formation you play, he can slot straight in. He can play as an 8, and I guess he can be trialed as a 6. I feel like he's got the he's press resistant, so I feel like he can be trusted to receive the ball and not lose
definitely.
it. And help with your build up. I just don't know if he's got that range of pass or the strong defensive attributes that you're looking for in your 6. I feel like he's much better as an 8, personally.
Yeah. Someone saying obviously Leicester done it. Listen, and I don't think you can replicate anything what Leicester did that year. That was just freakish. But even in that team, Drinkwater did sit for Kante. And Drinkwater's only task was literally help win the ball back and spray the pass to Vardy or give it to Kante and let him dribble. So even they had somewhat of a sitter, even though it was a 4-4-2. Like I said, you can't replicate anything that team did. That's just a 1 out of a million. I'm talking about consistent domination in this league. But yeah, I don't know, man. The only thing I will say about it is that the reason why I wouldn't say no is because he's a quality player and Chelsea need quality above all. You know, when Jorginho is out or he needs resting, we need quality. When Kova's out injured, he picks up his injured, we need quality coming in. When Kante's injured, we need quality. So it means that I don't have to see Loftus-Cheek in the 6 against Brentford. It means that I don't have to see Gallagher in the pivot. Hopefully, it means that these things don't occur. So if that's the case, then great. And it's up to Tuchel to figure out what the dynamic is, because he's pushing for De Jong. I know Todd Bowie is, but he's pushing for De Jong. Yeah. He's pushing for Aubameyang. Nobody else. Him, if he gets him, he's pushing for these players. So once he gets them, if he gets them, then it's up to him to make it work. Then that's where the pressure comes in for him.
Yeah, because to be fair, you have kept it consistent, saying that it's not fully Thomas Tuchel's team. He needs more of his players, etc., etc. So I just wanted to big up AB15. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, Tobes, just wanted to give you your flowers. Heard you on Last One on Spurs this week, and your insight was class. Top ball knowledge when you break down the game. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I just do this, man. It's just off the dome, man. You know, I watch it, I analyze, thank you. I'll take the compliment all day long. But people, for those who are still tuned in, as I've mentioned already, please do me a solid. Please smash the like button. Yeah, smash the like button and subscribe to this channel, please, as well. If you haven't subscribed, I'm on the road to 10K. Help me get to 10K. Help me get out of algorithm hell as well, because algorithm hell on YouTube is a bitch. So you can literally change that with just one button. Just click the like button and then click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And also, of course, goes without saying, subscribe to Matisse's channel as well.
Appreciate
it.
Get
the gremlin to 30K. Are you what
yeah, 30. Yeah, we're almost on 28K, pushing for 30.
Man.
Yeah, so
get the gremlin leader to 30K, innit? big fish. 100%. But anyway, let's there's a couple more things I wanted to discuss. Yeah. So obviously talk about the team news as well. What's the team news looking like for you? Because for Spurs,
I don't know if our press conference happened yet. Maybe it's tomorrow. I'm not sure. I have to check.
Everyone's available for us, with the exception of Oliver Skip. So Richarlison will be in the team.
Oh no, no Skip.
He'll be in the bench, most likely.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the team. I personally think Conte is not going to change.
So no Basuma in this team.
I don't think Basuma's going to start.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I rate Højbjerg, but I think Basuma and Bentancur in there, that actually worries me quite a lot.
I think it will be Højbjerg and Bentancur, but I think Bentancur and Højbjerg have built up a really good partnership.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of months, and they've actually been quite reliable in the big games for us as well. If anything, Højbjerg has actually been the better performer in the big matches in comparison to Bentancur. Yeah, so.
But that's what you need, because Højbjerg was starting to dip a little bit. I remember you saying his performances were starting to get worrying, and you were like, "Well, what's going on here?" And you bring in someone like Basuma, and it's now just kicked him into gear. I remember I was watching. I've binge watching this documentary on Emma Hayes and Chelsea's women's team now on Dan's, and some of the forwards were getting complacent. Your Bethany Englands and your other guys there, and then they bring in Sam Kerr, and you just see the levels that it's risen in terms of competition. Everyone's looking over their shoulders thinking, damn, we need to perform or we're not going to get a new contract. And I think this is why when people say, where's he going to play? Don't care. Bring in quality, and not only will they either upgrade the first 11 or they'll make the first 11 actually sort themselves out. So that's what it's about. So if Højbjerg returns back to his level, this midfield is a problem to pick for.
Facts. Big up Sam as well for the super chat. He says, yes, Tobes, great insight as usual. Big up Matisse too. Bun Spurs though. So obviously a Chelsea fan. But thank you for the super chat, bro. Your team as well. Are you going to play the same team you played last week, with exception of that midfield change?
No. For me, Cucurella needs to start 100%.
Over Chilwell?
I don't care where he plays. Like whether he plays ahead of Chilwell, I'm happy for him to play over Chilwell, even though Chilwell won the penalty, because I feel like Chilwell's still rusty. But if Chilwell's ready to go, then you could even potentially play him at left side centre back.
Yeah.
Silva in the middle and Koulibaly on the right, maybe.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with Silva because, again, you know, he's going to be 38 in September. So if we see what he's at, but I don't want to see him rinsed and overplayed. This is why signing Fofana is quite important. Yeah. But some combination of that, I want Cucurella to start though, whether it be left wing back or left centre back, because the guy just, when he came on, he completed more dribbles than Mount and Havertz combined, and he created the only big chance. So the guy came in and just literally transformed the way we were playing. So Reece James, right wing back, even though he's very, very poor against Everton, but I expect that to sort itself out. Kova and Kante. Yeah, I'm sure he'll fix himself up. Probably just rustiness. Kova and Kante in the midfield. Take Jorginho out, and then I'd go Sterling, Mount, who needs to be better as well because he wasn't good. But it's a big game. You usually play him in a big game, and I'll probably go Broja up top and put Kai on the bench.
Wow,
again,
you wouldn't start Kai?
No, I think Kai can get the kick up the arse. Broja starts. He's aggressive.
Do you think he would do that though?
I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm not sure. It's weird because Broja's an unknown quantity in our first team. We've never had him in our first team until this season. I don't know how highly Tuchel rates him because we had the West Ham rumors, but then we also heard Tuchel didn't want to let him go. I don't know if he's gonna, maybe if he sees it as a risk. I don't see it as a risk because I don't know what I'm getting from Kai right now. All I want for Kai is to know that he can be benched and know he needs to step up. No better way to send a message than have him sitting down drinking a water bottle when the game kicks off. So I would start Broja. He's aggressive. He's got a point to prove. And I feel like, I was saying this on the byline with Alex, I don't feel like Broja is overthinking right now the front three and people out of position and all the attackers complaining or unhappy. Broja's just like, I'm here. I just want to play football and I just want to just see what the fuck I can do. That's it. And it's just simplified. So I don't think he's overthinking it. Whereas Kai's like, am I really playing my best role? Do I need this and this? And, you know, he's been here a little bit longer. Broja's just got no like past history with Tuchel or in this team and the attacking problems and the number 9 shirt. He just doesn't have any of that. He just has, I want to play. I want to prove myself. I'm young. I'm hungry. And that's it. So I'd give him a go, to be honest.
Fair. That's very interesting that you said Broja, to be honest, because I thought this is the type of game where you want Kai Havertz, because that's what your fans tell me all the time, that he's more of a big game player. So I would have thought you'd want him starting. And
he does his thing in the big games. I just think you guys play a back three, and I'm thinking, do we need somebody who's maybe physically just going to give us a bit more and a little bit more? Which is funny because Broja's younger, but Broja for me just screams shithousery and he just screams the combat. Whereas Kai is a little bit more, you know, laxy daisy, you know, kind of going through the motions, dropping deep. I don't know. Tactically, I'll see what maybe Tuchel will have another idea for it. He might even go over Sterling, Havertz front two and drop him out into the midfield and make it a 3. He could go 3-5-2 against you lot if he's really worried about that midfield battle and trying to outnumber you.
Didn't he play 4-2-2-2 last year?
He did, yeah. So I don't know if we'd go with that because I feel like it's early in the season. I don't know how much they've been training that, but that's another option. We played 4-2-2-2 against you last time. Ziyech played this like right wing back, right wing role, and it kind of was able off the ball to shift into a 3, and then on the ball it shifted to the 4-2-2-2. So there's options here. You could definitely go Sterling and Kai up top, Sterling to the left, Kai to the right, Mount dropping in with say Ziyech, and then Kova Kante. He could do that. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of options. So this is a game of tactics, I feel, because the teams are. I don't feel like the team is early in the season. I don't think anybody wants to lose this game. So it has a draw written all over it. So then it comes down to like the fine margins. Who can change the game off the bench and things like that. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think you lot having Koulibaly in there is a big boost because the way Kulusevski's playing now, I think like you're going to need your A team to stop him. I think that's why you probably want Cucurella there. But then we've seen clips of what happened the last time Kulusevski played against Koulibaly, and man was.
I didn't see this. I haven't seen these clips. No.
He had a loose touch. Kulusevski pounced on it, was running. He couldn't catch up to him, and then he basically stumbled on the floor. Kulusevski's coming in really good, really good form, good form. So I think if our front three do what they do and you can't keep a lid on them, then I think we got a really good chance of winning the game.
You do
if you can't keep a lid on the front three.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be...
Our home record's poor last season as well. So if you get off to a great start, win the first few duels, whatever,
get
and
the crowd on your back,
then we never know.
Yeah, I think
it could go the other way as well. We could have a great start and then mentally you might just be fucked. I don't know.
We're going to need... I think what really worked for us against Southampton was we actually had some quality from our wing backs, and we're going to need Chicken Royale, Emerson. We're going to need to repeat that good performance. We're going to need Sessignon to rise it again and repeat that performance. Yeah, we're going to need these guys to step up and give us what we've been missing out wide, because the service has just not been great. It's not been great. Sorry, one sec. Let me just quickly read the super chat. So, big up COO for the super chat. He says, Matisse, does Pulisic succeed at Chelsea? Yes or no? For me, him and Ziyech can go. I mean, we spoke about it at the start. He's up for sale.
Yeah.
Pulisic, I think apparently he's been made available now. So
I don't think he'll go though, because his whole
one more attack is coming in for Chelsea, surely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Pulisic will go anywhere, even though he's available, because if a certain bid comes in, they won't say no. But I don't think he'll go.
Yeah.
AC Milan are not really too bothered about Ziyech. They're just kind of just waiting to see what happens. They don't want an obligation. They want an option to buy on the loan. Chelsea want an obligation. These players are very fluid. They're like, they could stay, they could go. It depends on the bid, all of these things. But you're asking me whether Pulisic will succeed. Every day that I wake up out of my bed, the percentages drop. That's all I can say. I'm not getting more confident. I'm only getting less and less confident. If he's unsettled now and he's not, there's two mindsets for the season. There's I'm unsettled and I'm trying to move in the last weeks, and there's I can't wait to prove everybody wrong. And I'm getting the unsettled, I want to leave vibe. So that's not giving me good vibes.
From who? From Pulisic?
Yeah, from Pulisic, right? That's not giving me...
I heard quite a few people quite a few players want out at Chelsea.
Yeah, so that's him, Ziyech. That's not giving me upward trajectory type, vibes. That's giving me, I don't want to be here. I'll see it till January, go again after World Cup, whatever. So yeah, every day I rise out of my bed, I never gain any more confidence. I'm waiting for Pulisic to prove his point, I guess, this season. But this really is, for me, his last season. And I mean that because his contract runs out in 2024. That's 1 year left next summer. If we don't have a serious, and I mean serious improvement to the point where you are a guaranteed starter, there's no question mark over your name, clear development. If not, then time to sell. So, but if he goes now, I don't shed a tear. He's been here for quite a few years now. And if I was Pulisic, I would be trying to get a new environment. I'd be trying to get to a new club. I'd be trying to switch it up because he doesn't look like a constant starter under Tuchel. I don't think Tuchel fully trusts him anyway to be a regular starter, hence the links to all these other players. So Pulisic is not going to do anything for us being a rotational option. So he either goes and gets regular football or he has to start most games, and he's not looking like he's going to start most games. And rightly so, because he's not delivering consistently. So, yeah, I think these guys are coming towards the end, to be honest.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what develops in the summer. But I feel like they've had their... I've told you a million times about some of these guys. They're not good enough for Chelsea. I've told you a million times over. So, I think Thomas Tuchel now sees it. I think with this game as well, I feel like the midfield, obviously the midfield battle is always key. I think it will be key. Like, I'm hoping Bentancur and Højbjerg rise to the occasion because, I mean, Kovacic is a different kettle of fish altogether. Like, he's unbelievable. And he always plays well against Spurs. So, I feel like Bentancur and Højbjerg, they're going to need to rise it. I actually don't worry about the front three. I think the front three will do. I don't worry about the front three. The front three will do what they need to do. Yeah, it's more around the wing backs, the midfield that's concerning for me. Like they're the ones that are going to need to have a good game. But heading into this,
Yeah.
Who do you think is the biggest threat from our side? Because I'll do the same on your side as well.
Biggest threat. I think
The fact that you need to think is beautiful.
it's great, isn't it? Because it's just means you've got options.
Yeah.
I think I said it already. I know your front three, like that's obvious. Do you know what I mean? And they're all equally-ish balanced. So it's like you can't pay too much attention to Son or it's Kulusevski. You can't pay too much attention to him or it's Kane. I don't want to give you an obvious answer and just go Kane because we know what Kane is. He's world class. He can shoot from distance. He can create. This is clear. So if we don't know about Kane already, then we're stupid and we're losing our minds. Yeah. I would say Basuma if he plays. I would say Basuma if he plays because I think Basuma for me, he's got the ability to, and maybe even Bentancur, just, a good ball carrier, a good dribbler. I know Basuma is very good at that. And if he carries that ball through our midfield, I've seen us opened up through the middle so many times. It depends who we play as well, whether they're switched on defensively. But that will be the key because if a Basuma says has a great game against us and he's like a man in a match, we've lost. Because I know for a fact now that means he's cut us open up centrally. That means he's dribbled past midfielders. That means he's won tackles. That means he's stopped anybody dropping deep from striker. That's the epicenter. And then that means then you've had a full range to run out our centre-backs. You've cleared the defensive structure. Now it's 3v3, centre-backs versus forwards, and nobody wants to see that. As good as our defenders are, I don't want to see Silva 1v1 with Son. I don't want to see Silva 1v1 with Kulusevski. I don't want to see Kane, having the options to pass left and right. I want a structure. I want it secure. So people say, I don't know, he hasn't adapted yet. Don't think he'll start, but I don't know if he's having fitness issues. But obviously, this is Premier League.
Not fitness. It's just more that Højbjerg and Bentancur ahead.
I'm more likely to play
in terms of chemistry and fitness this season. They've played more minutes than Basuma.
Yeah. So I just think when Basuma's at his best, he could lock people 100. Up.
When he's at his best, I think he's probably our best midfielder. But obviously he needs to get to his optimum level. But anyway,
I'd say Kulusevski then, because obviously he's the guy in form and he's the one that if he starts playing those balls to the back post to Son and Sessegnon, it's problematic, man.
I think on my side, the player that I worry about the most for Chelsea, I'm going to say Kovacic. It'll be either Kovacic or Sterling. I'm going to go with Kovacic. I think Kovacic is just different level, man. Different level. Like, if we let him impose his will on this game, he's going to be beating presses. He's going to be linking up on that left-hand side. He's going to be jinxing past players, and he's going to help you lot take that ball up the pitch, and that's going to worry me. So we need to keep a lid on him. We do need to keep a lid on him. So with all of this being said, let's come to a conclusion then. What score are you going for?
The Gremlins won't like me for this one. If I'm being completely honest, I do see a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. It's just what I see. It's just what I see.
I'm going for 1-1 as well.
Yeah, I think it's too early in the season for this.
Cage, you're going for 3-1 Spurs. Please, God, please give me 3-1. For those who are asking in the chat as well, as it stands now, I'm not going to the game. I can't get a ticket. I missed the threshold by 50 points, so I can't get a ticket. If anyone knows of anyone who's selling a spare away ticket for this game, please message me. Please message me. DM me on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever. Let me know, because I'm trying to get to Stamford Bridge. I've never seen Spurs take even a point. Every time I've been there 4 times, and every
always been
time
ours.
The first time I went there, we got hammered 4-0.
Well, maybe you should go. Maybe you're the problem. Yo, get him a ticket, people. Get him a damn ticket.
People in the comments, I'm seeing 2-2. I'm seeing 2-1 to us. I'm seeing 1-1.
I would love nothing more than
5-0 Spurs. Ridiculous. Ain't no one going for Chelsea when I'm shocked.
Listen, if Hudson-Odoi won this game for Chelsea, I would lose my shit.
He's gone 2-0 with Thiago Silva and J5 penalty. If I see that wanker Jorginho score fucking penalty, I'm gonna lose it.
Emerson Royale brings down Cucurella in the box. Last minute, Jorginho taps it in. That's what we need. Especially if we haven't played well. I'd love it even more.
Well, this is actually hilarious. This Mikel guy goes, so if you know expressions like that, why couldn't you, Matisse, Exynos, just do a review, just a suggestion? Because people need to do shit on their own channel,
People
man.
busy, man. People busy.
Yeah, people need to do, and it's all about scheduling as well. Me and Matisse wanted to do stuff outside Stamford Bridge, but logistically, it just didn't make sense. But anyway,
I know I know Lewis and X have done something outside the bridge there.
That's right.
Apparently, I've been cussed out on that one. Some sort of nickname I've been given by expressions, but listen, me and Tobes don't have the same. We don't have the same camera crew that these lot have, so I'm not sure if we could pull it off as well. For me, I keep saying it. Yeah, filming outside Stamford Bridge is a myth. It's just shit. We can't get near the stadium. There's buses going in between where you film and the stadium and the road, and it's just shit. So if you got equipment to run with it, then cool. But yeah, listen, when the return one comes out at your stadium, that's going to be good because you've got a nice space. Yeah,
we'll do that one. But listen, for those who are still watching as well, do as K-Show suggested. Please smash the like button as well. There's 550 of you lot in here. Thank you for tuning in. Smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to both our channels. I've already spoken about it like several times in this stream, but algorithm hell is hell. It is hell. So to get me out of algorithm hell, all it takes is just a like. Just smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 10K now as well. So I see you lot who are following me as well. Thank you for that. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the feedback, the comments, even when you're cussing me out. Listen, a comment is engagement. So chuck those comments in, smash the like button, do the damn thing. Davison the Defender, if you know anyone who's got a spare ticket, please message me. I need that. I'm not Prince DM free. I'm not paying £500 for it as well. No way. Impossible. But Matisse, thank you for hopping on, bro.
Yeah, pleasure, bro. A
we'll
pleasure.
do battle on the Big Six soon. But until then.
Yes, we will.
Okay. People, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for coming on. I'll be back on the channel on Saturday. I've got like a combined 11 coming out with Monster on my channel. And I'm also doing one on Matisse's channel. So yeah. Look out for that, people. But until then, take care. Peace out and up the Spurs.